Oh, those famous words, to be continued. Now, if you don't know, Doctor Who's and cliffhangers get along very well. They used it all the time in the classic era. In fact, they used it in every episode in the classic era, and now there used to be 3 per series, then there was 2 in Series 6, and now there are 1. Now, I don't have a problem with fewer cliffhangers, because I honestly prefer the modern series format to the classic era format. And if you say, take the 6th Doctor's era, you convert that to the modern era format, and it'd probably only be 1 series, maybe 2. But Series 8 only has 1 cliffhanger, and that's the final. And I honestly think, yeah, that's, if you only have 1 cliffhanger, that's a good place to put it, because for Series 6 and 7, they tried a 1-part finale. And in Series 6, with the Wedding of River Song, that sort of failed miserably. Could have succeeded with a 2-parter, but just didn't work as a 1-parter. And the Name of the Doctor for Series 7, that did work as a 1-parter, but it would be nice to have it as a 2-parter. But the way I see it, there are 3 types of cliffhangers. There's the, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. The, okay, this is slightly interesting. Or the, why are you ending it there sort of cliffhanger. And in some cases, Doctor Who mostly do get the why are you ending it there sort. But then they go ruin it with a next time trailer that shows them out of wherever they sorted it out, and it spoilt the cliffhanger. But the cliffhangers with a no next time trailer are just evil. They could do it, but do it like the Listen Next Time trailer. Don't give anything away, just show, say, have an audio clip or something. Like the Pandora Opens or Parting of the Ways. That wasn't really a spoiler filled next time trailer, because it only had the Doctor, Jack and Rose on the Emperor's spaceship. So if they could do more like that, that would be nice. But again, if you are going to have one cliffhanger per series, it better be a good one. And and I've already said this in my Series 8 episode reviews, the Missy story arc is getting interesting now. I wouldn't like to ruin anything, but it is really getting interesting, and the fact that they've finally worked out where to put the Missy scenes or scenes in heaven is good, so it doesn't take you out of the episode. But now, I'll also use this as a time to... This is a weekly series, as you know, and I thought I'd just spend talking about one of my 3 favourite cliffhangers. Or the 3 cliffhangers that have really worked in Doctor Who history and hasn't been ruined. And the first one that hasn't really been ruined or horribly butchered is the cliffhanger in Army of Ghosts. Now, you may think, how's that not? Why have you chosen that one? Well, I like it because we all knew it was a Cybermen versus Dalek story, but we never knew where the Daleks would come in. So they took the Void ship, which was generally how we thought, oh, there's going to be a Cyberman in there. And it turns out the Daleks are in there. And we don't know how they got in there. That was well pulled off, and we only heard them say exterminate, exterminate, and not really, oh, haha, we came through the void, we survived. Yay. And that's the sort of cliffhangers I want. Simple. If you're going to reveal a monster, don't make them explain it. Just get them a catchphrase or something. My next one, which I quite enjoyed, was the Time of Angels cliffhanger. Because it's the classic Doctor and crew are in danger. He does something crazy. You have to wait until next week to find out. That was good. I mean, the Doctor was talking to Angel Bob, and then darkness, and then the credits roll. And that was kind of ruined by next time trailer, but if you don't stick around, that was sort of after the credits, so if you don't stick around, it wouldn't have been ruined. And that was really well done, but sort of ruined by a small animated Graham Norton dancing around Graham Norton show tonight at 10 thing. Even though the Graham Norton show is great, but in a wrong place. And the other one I was going to talk about is, I'm not sure if you'd call this a cliffhanger. I saw the one at the end of the Snowman, because it was sort of a cliffhanger. And if you don't think it's cliffhanger, fair dues, but when you look at it, it does have the sort of makings of a cliffhanger, because it doesn't really have a proper ending. Well, it does, but sort of the Doctor going off to find Clara. That was, and some other people find it a cliffhanger as well, and I sort of see it as a cliffhanger. Not many people do, but I do. And I want to also talk about the last 3 minutes. The end of Time Part 1 cliffhanger. Now, it was great cliffhanger, don't get me wrong. But I don't really see a place for a Christmas special that's a 2-part one, and it was good. But I would have happily been a 2-hour long one than just a 2-part one. And same with Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. Again, good episodes, good cliffhanger, but a 2-part opening, opening episode that's 2-parter for a show that doesn't have 2 parts all the way through is a bold move. Now, if you Sarah Jane episode or shows like Sarah Jane Adventures and Wizards vs. Aliens, they all have cliffhangers every single episode. So you don't really find that as a big gamble. But shows like this is a big gamble, and they should really take care of cliffhangers, because if they don't, it could seriously end up rubbish. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Dark Water and Death in Heaven managed what they do with a cliffhanger, because it's Capaldi's first season finale. See how he does it, and with the events it's what's going on with Clara, which I'll explain more in my Kill the Moon review. It's going to be interesting, and I feel like something's gonna happen very, very big, and the Doctor's gonna have to face a big decision that he can't just say make, or let Clara or Danny make himself. So that's it for this week. See you next week for episode 3 of the Random Pod. I'll see you next time. Comment and subscribe, and I will be doing some more figure reviews you'll be glad to hear. Yay. Well, that's it. See you next time. Put some suggestions in the comment section on what you want to hear. Until then, I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Boom. 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 To be continued. Haha. Joke.